Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. The meaning of fleeting means passive. We can feel as good as we want to, and it's just like, you know, it's like we have to go outside when we feel really, really beautiful. We feel really, really, really confident. We have to go outside. We feel like we have to broadcast this feeling. We have to go out there and feel, we have to go out there and release this energy, you know, be out here and be vibrant. I feel like it's the same way as the sun, though. You know how the sun comes up in the sky and it's vibrant, it's shining. The stars go up in the sky at night and they're shining. I feel like we are all meant to be vibrant in one way or another. If we go out here and we feel vibrant, we feel good, I feel like that's it's naturally supposed to happen for us. I feel like we move in that way because it's natural. Not everyone, everyone, you know, it's just, it's weird because I feel like that's how you're supposed to feel. Remember that movie called Twilight? And Edward's skin was always glistening with diamonds and whatnot. And he felt good, but it wasn't a part of confidence. It wasn't a part of, you know, boasting. He wasn't boasting about anything. In fact, he was very sad and, and just gloomy all the time. But his skin was naturally that way. People called him beautiful because of his skin and how it. Well, she called him beautiful because of his skin because no one else really actually knew. But she called him beautiful because his skin was just glowing, like they look like diamonds. And I feel like he was like, don't see me like this, or he didn't want people to see him like that. Not because he didn't think he was beautiful, but because his beauty was blinding. When when something is so beautiful, it tends to, and that's the thing. It should. I don't know why. It's just like it's like a positive and a negative. You know, the way you're feeling is like giving off this negative vibration. And I guess it's all about what you consume. You know, I'm naturally this way because not only my ethnicity and my blood, and that plays a huge role, but as well as how I take care of myself, how I take care of me daily, internally. How am I doing this? You know, and then it's like, okay, so he said he didn't want to do that for a fact. He didn't want to do that just because of the attention it brought. Sometimes it's just like you feel good and you feel beautiful, and sometimes your energy can be can be, I guess, it not all beauty. I forgot what I was saying. But I guess not all attention is good attention. That's what I'm talking about. Not all attention is good attention, and that's the thing. We shouldn't have to hold ourselves back because of the attention, that we're getting, or the attention that we're attracting. It's not a bad thing to attract any attention, but it's about the attention it's about the bad attention. You feel this way, you dress this way, and you go out there, and it's just like all eyes. You got some good eyes, you got some bad eyes. You don't want to attract that to you because you don't know what they're projecting onto you. You don't know what they're giving off. But at the same time, you shouldn't hold yourself back. The thing is, we need to face this. We need to walk in this, feel everything that everyone is projecting on us, even if it's bad. What it is what it is. But that shouldn't hold you back from feeling the way you actually feel. You know, and I don't know why people get this off. And it makes sense though. It's a lot of people don't want to bring that type of attention to them because of how people make them feel. But we're getting off topic. But yeah, um, then charm. Charm is deceptive. You can go up to a person and they can be so charming, but at the same time, it's like, where is a charm coming from? And that's where we go back to, we can be our own burden. We can hold ourselves back because we're wondering too much about certain things that shouldn't be wondered about. You can see somebody's beauty as charm. Beauty, in a way, is charm. But again, beauty is fleeting. So it's like, I guess that's a way you can look at it. Maybe that'll help you out in the long run. Like if we go out here and we're feeling beautiful, I guess we can learn to accept the fact that that beauty won't last forever. That beauty is for the moment. And don't be surprised if you don't, you're walking all day. I mean, you're out all day and then by the next hour, well, 1 hour you feeling this way and the next hour you feeling like less than how you were feeling. Well, beauty is fleeting and that's a part of life. And I feel like it's hard to accept that because like when we was younger, no, even when we was younger, like we go in school, we be feeling good, we be feeling beautiful and this and that, and this is what we don't remember. Did you always feel good when you was in school? You know, did you always feel that way when you was in school? Like you go to school and you feel good, but then all of a sudden, that's the thing, and that's what I remember. Like you feeling good when you sitting in class and this and that with your classmates, and then boom, all of a sudden you just kind of feel kind of uncomfortable. Like I'm not feeling as good as I just was like about 15 minutes ago, and it's just like you feel like you start to feel that energy of insecurity. It's that, and that's why I'm not really saying you start to think insecure, but more so a feel. It's an energy of feeling insecurity, feeling uncomfortable. Why are you feeling uncomfortable when you were just feeling good? Why is this insecurity taking over my being when I was just feeling very confident? I was feeling really good, but it's just because how you sit down and you feeling good, and then you start getting all them weird stares from other people when you in a class or you around just regular people on a daily basis. Take it as school. Like you can use school as a scenario, and then you can use the workplace as a scenario. You can use going to the stores as a scenario, because these type of people are not only students but they're adults as well. And that's the thing. What I always thought to myself, like, why do we go through this as adults? And I always say, I'm like, why do it feel like I'm still in high school? Why have y'all not grown up yet? Is this a part of our mind that just, is this a part of life in general? Something that we just can't control. What is this feeling? If insecurity didn't, if we didn't know the word for insecurity, what would this feeling be? This feeling would be uncomfortable. This feeling would be uncomfortable. It wouldn't be insecurity. It will be called discomfort. Thank you. It would be called discomfort. So then that's what I'm saying. You just got to think a little deeper. Acknowledge your feelings and actually figure out what this feeling is for yourself. Describe the emotion. Describe what you're feeling and use the best terminology you can to actually to actually find what it is that you're feeling. You know, don't look to what we learn. Look to what we experience and take that word and substitute it for a word that you know what that word is, but at the same time, kind of let your body speak for you and not your mind. So yeah, so beauty is fleeting. It's only for a moment. But if we can kind of dissect what beauty actually means to us, then it doesn't have to be a passive feeling. You know, why am I feeling discomfort all of a sudden? And then it's just like, you can feel one way, but that's another thing. I feel like our mind pollutes our vision. Our mind pollutes our vision. So it's like I'm feeling uncomfort. I'm feeling discomfort. I'm feeling uncomfortable. And boom, insecurity pops in my head because that's what I know this as. So then all those, everything that relates to insecurity begins to, it's in your mind, so therefore you're going to now project it. You're going to now perceive this. You're going to look in the mirror and be like, oh, what is insecurity? I see flaws. That's what it is. So therefore you have to just rewind a little bit. And declutter this. Your vision is kind of disoriented. So rewind and figure out what the discomfort is. Why am I uncomfortable? So that's going in a different direction, but that's I feel like that's kind of step one. Why does beauty have to be fleeting? What is beauty? You know, I'm at the point where I don't even know what beauty is. Nature is beautiful. There you go. So beauty is natural. You see nature, natural. Beauty is natural. Is nature. So if I'm feeling beautiful, why wouldn't I feel beautiful in a few seconds or anything? Because of how people are making me feel, or how my energy is being given, like how I am, how you're an empath, you're receiving all this energy and you're feeling discomfort, this and that, so what makes you feel unbeautiful if beauty is natural? So if beauty is natural, then why would beauty be fleeting? You know, um, Changes, seasons, this and that, but even through the seasons, I feel like the seasons are beautiful. Um, so when you think about beauty is fleeting, I feel like it's more of a comfort call. Um, Beauty is fleeting. It just basically means beauty never lasts. So beauty is life. That's what beauty is. Beauty is life. Beauty is nature. Beauty doesn't last because beauty has an ending. Beauty has an expiration date. Boom. You know. So charm is deceptive. Um, just like you go out here and you get all these trinkets and stuff, jewelry, accessories, necessities, clips, bobby pins, all of that different stuff, scrunchies and all accessories. Accessories is just charm. Another way you can think of charm would be Another way you what's his name? Um, I can't think of his name. But he wrote a lot of poetry. Um, yeah, something like that. It's like poetry, this and that. That's what charm can be as well. So charm is deceptive, just as poetry. You know, a lot of people can tell stories of poetry. They can make up stories. They can tell their life. You know, some is true, some is false, some is metaphysical, some is not realistic. It's very deceptive. Just as the tongue is deceptive, what we've been taught, you know, a lot of people use lies to protect another person, deceptive, but they're doing it out of care and respect, and that is what charm is. And when we come to a person and we don't know how this, we go to a person and we're kind of just, um, we're skeptical because we know that a person with charm is like a prince charming, and it kind of doesn't, it isn't realistic. You know, you don't see it as something that actually happened. So this is charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, and this is from Proverbs 31:30. I just want to speak a little bit on that, my perspective on that verse. Charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting. Beauty is passive. It comes and it goes and it doesn't last forever. So when you choose the partner that you desire, make sure this person sees you for more than just beauty. This person sees you more for just your looks and what's on the outside, because eventually our outside will expire, our outside will tarnish, just like a metal rusting. You know, eventually our time will come where beauty isn't there anymore. So therefore, what do you love me for? What do you have me for? And nowadays and age, this day and age, a lot of people are going for beauty. That's all they want in a woman, and that's what I don't understand, because a lot of these men want women that, okay, you look good. You know, we want you to look good. We want you to cook. You want you to do this. We want you to do that. We want you to do this, that, and the third. But for off the top, we want you to look good, and that's why I feel like men have multiple wives. They have multiple wives because they can replace you. If they don't think you're beautiful, they feel like is replaceable, and I feel like that's the reason why Beyonce made that song, just to boost her self-esteem or boost the self-esteem up of women, because these men just feel like they can replace us, and she threw it out there as a statement. I am irreplaceable. I have to keep this affirmation in my mind. I am irreplaceable. You're not going to make me feel like I'm replaceable anymore, you know? And that's just, and she's basically speaking for all women, because like I said, these men can just go out here and pick and choose how they please, because that's what men do. And you know, and we have to stand our ground. But at the same time, I feel like that's what, you know, that's us building ourselves up. But at the same time, I feel like that's kind of I feel like the fact that we built ourselves up is kind of, it was wrong, because I feel like naturally that's what we were meant to do. You know, we were supposed to keep ourselves looking classy, looking this, that. I don't know. Okay, I disagree with what I just said. Um, because I feel like that's a traditional. That's what we learned in them books. You know, when you go into them books and you see all that's based off of what we seen back then. We seen, you know, a lot of people in the village keeping themselves up. It was mostly white people, if you want to be real. The black people was out in the field. But the white people you seen, they was always keeping themselves real classy and whatnot. So, yeah, I feel like that's kind of wrong. So, I feel like beauty is nature. I mean, I feel like we were meant to have children. We were meant to explore. We were meant to manifest, create. We were meant to make the most out of our experience with what we have. Just as in the beginning, you start off, you create your dressing, and in the beginning, if we didn't have any clothes, what do? We created. I feel like we were meant to manifest. We were meant to create, and that was just it. That was it. And I don't even believe that maybe we wasn't supposed to be with one man. Maybe we were supposed to be with multiple people. You never know. That's just having an open mind about everything. What if we was to start from here? You know, maybe we wasn't supposed to be with one partner. The life is our platter. So I feel like we set limitation and we set boundaries for ourselves. We're limiting ourselves from truly expressing who we are inside. We are holding ourselves back, and therefore that's where aging comes in, because it's like we're taking all of this in and we're just sitting down and we're humbling ourselves and we're just, consuming, conserving energy, when all of this is supposed to be more than what it turned out to be. You know, we limit ourselves. We are supposed to be boundless. I think I said that right. Yeah, with no bounds. So yeah, that's kind of my perspective on verse 31:30. I feel like I kind of broke it down a little too much, because it really comes off as clear. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. But that's more of me thinking more about what the verse could actually mean outside of the, yeah, if that makes